Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rise of SafeMoon, where we talk about the things that you guys are thinking. We are not financial advisors, and we don't give financial advice because why, Chase?
So we have a mind of our own.
Yeah, moon monkeys. They have a mind of their own. So, Captain Moon Monkey here, the bearded moon monkey there. How you doing, bud?
Doing good.
Good, good. Well, guys, first off, we apologize not having a video out for a while. Uh, Life happens, been kind of busy, and, also at the same time, waiting for updates. Good updates at that. And to be honest, really haven't seen any good updates yet. I know that Orbital Shield beta testing with everybody that's on Twitter, exposing that, showing that the testing is going good. They're using it on their wallet and everything. But other than that, really not anything from SafeMoon themselves as far as updates. Now I know there's been updates, X Studio, even BBTF a little bit. Grove is pounding forward with their hopefully listing on 40 different exchanges by the end of the year. And everybody's doing their thing and moving forward. And the burn with X Studio, they're burning a ton of tokens, and that is great. But you know what's not great, Chase?
What's that?
SafeMoon seems like they're not doing anything. So I want to make today's video to basically talk to SafeMoon and John Caroni. This today is going to be to them, to you guys, John and the SafeMoon team. We are here and we're going to talk about some things, and it's going to get a little spicy, if I must say. What do you think of that?
I think we should. I think it's time that we kind of, as a community, start as much as we respect Garoni and the team and we appreciate what they're trying to do, I think they should get some of this feedback and realize that the community needs this dialogue with them.
Well, why do you think that they need to listen to us, these piddly little guys that are doing YouTube videos and these other great YouTube channels that are talking about SafeMoon and trying to update the best they can to all the holders in the community and get the word out? Why should we do this?
Well, here's a big thing is that we are basically, people like me and you, Chris, are the ones that are basically doing Caroni's job for him. Can I see what I'm saying here?
That makes sense.
And it shouldn't be, in my opinion. John, Mr. Caroni, whatever you want to call it yourself. Here's the deal, you really need to start talking to your community. You need to start coming out talking. I know that you're hard at work, but it doesn't take that long to do a video. I mean, you did one with Don Bailey, but as a CEO, as a leader, you should be coming out and talking to your community. You should be out there, and I understand NDAs, but at some point you got to be able to talk about what is delaying these projects. There's ways that you could do that without breaking the NDA, and if the community is as strong as you say they are, if you have a good reason, then we understand. I think some of the stuff probably could have been done a long time ago. This beta testing could have been done a while ago. Maybe not for Orbital Shield because they say they stumbled upon it. But Chris, do you feel like it's kind of like they're purposely delaying things, or they're kind of, I'm trying to think of a good word for it, but they're trying to maybe delay things for a reason, for time?
I want to feel like that there's a purpose. And at this very moment, I don't see the purpose. But I'm not saying that there's not a purpose. SafeMoon, if you guys have a purpose, let your community and let your investors, the ones that are carrying you to these projects and these ideas that you have to tell us what is going on. You are going to lose a lot of the interest even from your own holders, and they're going to move on to something different if we don't hear from you. You call yourself the captain. Well, it's time to drive the ship, okay? And I don't want you to have a mutiny on your hands. And I feel like it's heading down that road. And I don't like that at all. And I know, John, I know you don't want that. But I'm telling you, words of encouragement go a long way with me, with the Bearded Moon Monkey here, and with the rest of the holders. Words of encouragement go a long way. Am I wrong with that, Chase?
No. The other thing that he needs to understand too is if there were mistakes that were made and delays that are made, and if you're not talking about it, yeah, you can release all these great things, and that's great. But then you have the problem of some people going and saying, well, why didn't you talk about this before, we found out about it through this way? You basically you're not lying, but you're not saying anything, which is kind of like basically not telling the truth.
Yeah, it seems worse not to say anything.
It is. I mean, if there were delays because of, one, you're waiting for the crypto run to happen.
That's one option.
One option, okay. Other one, too, could be that as far as a business manager, maybe you weren't aware of how long patents take.
Okay, option 2.
Regulations.
Federal policies, options 3.
Yep, and maybe because of all these other countries involved, if you're involved with other countries, how long it takes for their laws and other things too, and you're trying to do things the right way, and we get that, but what's the harm of saying that? What NDAs are you breaking by saying that? NDAs is seeming to us kind of like an excuse, kind of a way to kind of go around the issue. It just seems like when can you stop with the NDAs and start telling us what's going on? Because it's going to make you look worse if things come out later. Like, you may bring out some great things, but then if you bring out stuff later on that comes out that, yeah, we messed up on this and we just didn't want to tell you guys about it, that could hurt your image. You know what I mean?
If it's not already. I mean, there's a ton of FUD going around. Horrible right now.
Mm-hmm.
And with this lawsuit, with your mom, John, I get that. It's probably a super stressful situation. But honesty to all of us out here is going to be your best policy. And that's what we want. We want you, we're all humans. We make mistakes. And the first thing to move on is to admit to your mistakes. I mean, just tell us, hey, I screwed up. I made a bad choice. Hey, let's move on from that. Thank you for telling us. Let's just move on from it. Let's keep pushing forward. Because I know you have ideas, John. I know you do. And you are an innovator, and we do believe in you, but our belief in you is starting to fade. And I don't want to see that happen to you or SafeMoon in general. Because all that's going to do is hurt the company as a whole. So you need to talk to us. You need to, even if it's just, give us a reason to get excited again. Get us excited again about SafeMoon. Get us excited about what you're doing. Give us a reason to say, I want to buy another 1 million tokens. Hey, maybe I want to buy 2, Give us a reason to do that. And that's all we're saying. Give us those reasons to have the hope and to keep that hope alive.
I think that's more than fair. I don't see why this is becoming, like, I understand they say that they're hard at work and they're working in silence and everything like that, but you have to understand what a leader is supposed to do. Is a leader supposed to come out and say to their community, hey, I understand why you guys are frustrated. Things happen. We are hard at work. Maybe we mistimed the market a little bit, but we're planning on releasing things when, the market starts to turn around, or maybe when the market's in a good place, we'll release some things. We're going to show you what we're doing. They have showed us glimpses of things, which is a positive thing, and we're not here to bash on SafeMoon. We're here to, talk to them. We respect SafeMoon and we believe in what they're doing, and we're not here to sit there and bash on them in any way. But at the same time, not addressing the FUD, and I get it. There's so much of it now you can't address it. But when you don't, it makes people that really believe in you start to wonder.
John, we want you to fight back. I mean,
something.
The Bearded Moon Monkey and myself, we're fighters. We want to survive. And when someone says something that is maybe not true, or maybe is true, it's okay to come back and say, look, maybe I made some mistakes. I apologize for that. That respect will come back on you tenfold. But you have to tell us. You have to tell us if you've made a mistake. Or if you haven't made a mistake, come out and fight for that. Look, I didn't do what you're saying I did, or whatever the case may be. But come back and come out fighting, because we want a fighter on our side. We want somebody who wants to innovate and push forward. And when you're silent, it kind of makes you think, I said this to you the other day, Chase, kind of makes you feel like maybe those fudsters are, maybe they're right. I don't want to believe that, but you know what? Maybe they're right. I myself, I don't like the FUD, okay? I don't like to talk negative about people and things like that, but, it gets your brain thinking a little bit like, well, we haven't really heard anything from the captain at all. What am I supposed to think?
Well, we were supposed to get a table 32, another video that never came out. He did a quick video with Don Bailey. Great. It's not, you know what I mean? That's not really saying anything. And even during table 32, they kind of touched on some stuff, but once again, he really didn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, they said things without saying things. And
right.
I think people are just to a point where they're over it now. They're ready for, and I know they keep saying, well, when we drop our stuff, you guys will see, but
I hope so. I hope this waiting is worth the wait, and when the waiting is over, I hope it's a wow factor, because it's almost going to have to be, and I want to touch on something, a post that I saw, and I'm sorry if you're out there and you know who you are that wrote this post. I want to give you the credit. I just don't know what your name was. But I'm going to read it here. I have it on my phone here, so apologize if I'm looking down. But it's about Orbital Shield and how. And now, SafeMoon, if you're listening, if you're not doing this, maybe it's something you should think about. It's a very good theory, and maybe even a great idea. But I'm going to read this, and I want everybody to listen up. So, Orbital Shield. Why would SafeMoon bring cryptographic algorithm heavyweights to the team? Why apply for licensing all over the world for financial products? Is it for a financial exchange or something else? I came up with an idea while thinking about all the issues surrounding the crypto and most involved on-ramps. On-ramps involve KYC, and every individual exchange has their own KYC process, like KYC review teams, etc. What if a company tried to build a global KYC system that all exchanges could access? You go to one secure place, enter your KYC, they store it under heavy cryptographic security, then that company issues you a serial number, a number that links you to your KYC. Now, when you go to any exchange, you enter your serial number, which allows them to get a green light without you taking pictures of IDs and sending your personal information across the interwebs. Now, this would be a product that would help the entire crypto universe succeed and follow local government guidelines and tax implications. This would be huge, and it would bridge the gap between crypto and regulation. If Orbital Shield is anything like this, it would change the space and holders would reap massive rewards. If Orbital Shield is something else, then so be it. SafeMoon should get their engineers on this right now. So, Chase, your thoughts on that? Is it an awesome theory? Is it something that maybe they're working on?
It's a good theory just because of the fact that we talked about, we were one of the first to talk about how Orbital Shield could possibly be used for other, you know,
Other
um,
than just the crypto side of things.
we talked about Richard Branson, their meeting with them possibly in this company and how Orbital Shield could be used. And, the Web3 idea tied in with that. They have possible servers in, each of these countries and developing the Orbital Shield along with that. Could it be possible? Yes. Could it be a great idea? Absolutely. And this
Yeah,
seems more.
is Orbital Shield bigger than what we can even imagine? Like they've said, these things we're working on is bigger than you think.
I think it's a piece of it, and imagine if that is one tiny piece of it, and it's
That honestly would be huge, and I think whoever wrote that post there on Reddit, I think that's a great theory. And if it's something they're not working on, I think it's a great idea.
oh, definitely. I think that this could be, whoever wrote that, like I said, we don't know who you are. We want to give you credit, but we don't know you. Great idea, and Orbital Shield could be something more. Maybe they have stuff coming out that, like we talked about, Tony has said that the wins should be done by the end of this year, which we're at what, Chris?
Well, we're getting near the end of October, so you've got just a touch over 2 months. And I'm telling you, bro, I mean, we get to the end of the year and nothing is out yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. To be at this moment, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I think that you're going to lose a lot of people, lose a lot of faith and credibility as a CEO. I think that if you're timing the market, good luck, and hopefully it comes around that time. But
well, and I'm gonna read one more thing, guys. This is something that was put out in May of this year. You all may have seen this, but this is from the captain, John. Do you remember writing this? Someone asked, when's the exchange coming out? Valid question. We won't be giving dates just yet, but it is sooner than some would think. To manage expectations, do not speculate on the timing or release, please. I still have to get my final hands-on inspection. Once that step is completed, final preparations for release will commence, and you, the SafeMoon Army, will know its launch date / launch window. But official word and more information will come from official channels. So in the meantime, sit back, relax, and let the team work. Okay, we are sitting back. We are letting you work.
yeah,
But you also can come out and tell us why something's been delayed. We all believe it's okay for you to come out and tell us, hey, we're working on this. Things are going good. We have a target. We're right on target right now. Or if you're not on target, tell us why you're not on target. Hey, we're hiring some new people. It's kind of set us back a few weeks. So we want to get these guys up and going, these gals up and going and helping us out. But that slowed us down for a few weeks, but we're going to get right back on it. It's as easy as that. And I want to have a reason to keep believing. I want to have a reason to maybe even buy a little bit more SafeMoon and help these projects out, because we are helping you, SafeMoon. We are helping you with these projects, because where is your money coming from? And unless you have some big time investors helping you out with this, that could be too. But from what we know, you don't. And we're the ones funding these projects. So where do we go from here?
well, I'm just gonna say one more thing, Chris, and then I gotta probably leave the video.
Okay.
I'm really hoping, Karoni, this goes to you, that these products will be done soon. I hope that either the crypto run will happen when this is going on, or that your utility and your products and possible other associates that you're working with will drive this thing up so that we can all live a better life. Because, you know, some of us have been waiting for 2 years for this thing to start to go, and, you know, you've made not promises, but you've said things in the past when things were going to get released and they didn't. And you have to understand your image isn't going to get better if you keep on sticking with your NDA and not talking about anything at all, even the issues that you're having, because that just makes it just doesn't do well for your image. And if the crypto run doesn't happen by the end of the year and there's nothing released, then you're going to have a lot of angry people.
Yeah, I mean, the holders are still here for a reason, John. They, for some reason, still have belief. You gotta keep them here, and one way to do that is to talk to them. So, John, SafeMoon, do your thing. I know you're gonna do it well, but one thing you're not doing well is communicating. And all we're asking for is communication. And it's that simple. So SafeMoon Army, put your comments down below. Tell SafeMoon, tell John what you guys are thinking, because we're talking about it, but we want you to be involved as well. And if you like our content, guys, please subscribe. And we'll be on here, and we're on here for you. We're going to keep coming back. I promise you that. But to all of the army out there, to all the believers, you can believe what you want, but drop those comments so John and the SafeMoon Army, the SafeMoon team, my apologies, can see those comments. Let's open up this line of communication and let's get this thing going. Let's push them. We're pushing you, SafeMoon, because when push comes to shove, we're shoving back. We believe in what you're doing, and we're with you. But show us the reason why we need to stay with you. Tell us. This Moon Monkey's out.